What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel, Collecting is Fun, where I show you that collecting is fun. And in this one, we're going to be looking at an oldie, but I finally got him. You know, I just figured, why not? I went to my local toy store and I said, I kind of want this. You know, I've been looking at the DC icon stuff, the DC collectible stuff, and it was just amazing. These figures were absolutely cool. The sculpt, the look is like it came out the comic book or what have you. And even though it didn't have the articulation of today, it's still one of the best lines out there for DC. It really is. I don't think I've heard anybody argue with DC collectibles, DC icons, those figures, and how the sculpt again, the look of the figures, and the articulation is actually pretty okay. So we're going to take a look at Cyborg from the new 52. And if you hear something in the background, that's little buddy. He's over here watching the video on his tablet. Hopefully he keeps it down. And let's see right here. It says, let's see, you got other ones like Wonder Woman. You got Darkseid and these other members of the Justice League here. And at the top of the box, it says right here, comics, superstars Jeff Johns and Jim Lee make history. Star athlete turned superhero Vic Stone adds a fresh face to the Justice League as Cyborg. Coming soon, Wonder Woman and Darkseid. And I have a few of these. I have, you know what, the DC collectibles. I don't have too many of them. Matter of fact, I didn't realize it was two different things. It was DC collectibles and DC icons. And I found out DC icons was a smaller, slender version. And DC collectibles was more, you know, they were comparable to the 7-inch scale. So I don't know when they did that. But anyway. Here are at the bottom of it, which was also cool that they put this in here. It says, please retain the address for your records. Diamond, yep, conforms to the safety requirements of the ASTM F963-11. That's correct. And I don't know if you ever want this, but hey, have fun with that one, okay? Manufactured in China. Did not have to go to AliExpress for this. Did not have to go anywhere else to get any kind of tariff foolishness regarding this, because this was already here in the U.S. with the local toy store. Shop local, folks. Shop local. All right, let's open this thing up. And also, I'm going to do some comparisons to other Cyborgs and see which one is, I guess, the best one. Let's do this. Okay, here he is out of the packaging, and he looks great, man. This is a nice-looking figure. I mean, there's another one that he had in that store that was like, it was an Icons for real. He had a bunch of accessories. But I was not trying to pay $70 for it. I just couldn't do it. I'm not doing it, man. Nope. No payment plan, no nothing. I'm not trying to do it. But, you know, there are some limitations that these things had. I mean, the sculpting was great and all of that, but there wasn't a lot of articulation. Because they had, what, single jointed elbows? So let's take a look. This thing hadn't been out the packaging, what, years? Never been out the packaging. This thing came out when? Let's see. Dude, I don't know when this thing came out. You know, if you know, let me know. But this thing came out so long ago. Would it be like way before 2020? I don't know. But let's see what we can do here. Let's see how we can move. Okay, so we've got forearm swivel. All right, that's different. Hey, you know, I like that. Forearm swivel. Does that mean that his hands can't move? I think that's what that means. His hands don't move. And you can see why, because it's... Hold on. Sorry. You can see why, because it's right here. If it were to move, it would just kind of mess things up. But its forearms move instead. So that's a different way to engineer that. Different way to solve that problem. Can't move the hands, so move the whole forearm. Why not? And I guess it can move all the way around. Yeah. So all the way around this thing can do. So I'm just like, leave that alone. Now, they're here. Okay, bicep swivel. You can move that. But it's stiff. It's really stiff. I'm not trying to move too much or nothing, but there it is. It moved a little bit. You can only move it a little bit. See? Not much. It's like not even worth it, but you can. Because this is in the way. The shoulder pad in the way. So why move it? It's not really necessary, but you kind of, want it to move. at least be able to. So kind of wake it up a little bit, get it out of his stiffness. Let's go ahead and go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, thank you. Ooh, yeah. Wake him up. Wake him up. Wake him up. There you go. But there you have it. Single jointedness with his arm, elbow. Back up a bit. And that's all he can do. That's all he can do. All the way up. All the way down. Around. All the way around. And that's it. And he can turn the, well, no, you have to keep his arm straight in order to turn it. And then that's it. He could not bend it any other way. Yeah, it's just not going to work any other way. So, boom. That's it. It's only like that. So, a limited thing. Very, very limited. But, again, they were really, really cool. Also, very limited in his shoulder movement. He can't do a T-pose. Can't go too far out. Because it is in here. I mean, maybe if you... Nope, nope, nope. Don't even try it. Don't even try it. But let's wake his left arm up, too. Wake it up. Wake up. There you go. Ooh, good stuff. Yeah, man. Welcome to the world of the living. Welcome. Oh, his knee was already awoke. Okay, that's nice. There you go. But look at that. You can't do anything with that. There's nothing else you can do with that. He can't. Let's see. Let's go up a bit. Ooh, look. He can't even. That's as far as his leg can go. I mean, he's a beefy figure for that time period. And that's it. He can't do anything else. Can't sit in some type of vehicle. All he can do is he can't even sit inside the RoboCop chair. Yeah, it is what it is with this guy. Dang, okay. Is there anything else that can swivel? Nope, nothing else can swivel with his leg. It shouldn't, doesn't need to. Let's see what the torso can do. Let's see, that's gonna be the last thing. He can't twist left and right, so nah, there's no twisting. There's nothing in the torso. There's nothing else he can do. Sheesh. That's it. All right, now this obviously can go on one of his forearms. I don't know if I want to try it. Because this comes with no instructions at all. Hold on. Let me see. No instructions. No piece of paper. Like the DC icon stuff will come with some type of paper to let you know that you can take this off. But I mean, you see this feature here. You see it, so obviously you know you can take something off. So should we try it? I don't like it. Nope. He's too stiff right now. I just woke him up, so it's not like... I'm done. There we go. Don't be afraid to do a little twist when you do this stuff. Yes. Hallelujah. All right. How are we going to make it look? Well, we have the pistons up, pistons down. What's a good way to do this? Pistons out this way, this way. Let's have it where the eyes are up. Oh, I don't know. Okay, it would have to be like this. Obviously, because you can't do it that way because it's not going to work. So it has to be open. Open like this. Oh, I don't know what to do with that because if it comes up, I'm trying to see what's the best way to do this. How do you... Man, you need to... All right, I'm now looking at the box. I'm going to the box and exactly how I thought it was going to be. The pistons are out this way. So it was more like that. That. You know what? This picture is not doing the doggone thing for me. It's not because they cheated. They did one of those cheating things on this picture. But anyway, I'm going to follow what I was thinking. Pistons out. Whatever them things are. Oh, come on. Oh, really? Is that what you want to do? You want to just not do it? Don't. Oh, wow. This is crazy. It's not moving. It's not going in there. 1 second. All right, it's just doing it different. It's just doing it from behind the camera is different. Doing it in front of the camera, excuse me, was a little difficult. But yeah, once I finally, I guess, got it lined up, it just went in nicely. So there it is. This is that look. Cyborg. Either hand, left or right, and he can do this right here. And look, I see this. I see it where it can kind of like make his arm move in and out. It's like they gave it to him, but he can't do anything with it, you know? So look-wise, he is very, very cool. He's got that wide stance with his arm. And he kind of bend it a little bit. There it is. So, and you're only relying on the legs in order for him to move or stay there. So he's got to look like that. Kind of look like he's ready. There we go. That looks like a ready one. Okay, so that's him. We'll just put this over here somewhere. Okay, actually, you know what? Yeah, that matches with his arm. There we go. So there you have it. Now I see. Like Lethal Shooter. Now I understand. Okay, let's bring out another one. Let's bring out this guy. Ray Fisher. His Cyborg. I know it's comic versus movie character, but it's, I mean, I like this one. There's a different one for Ray Fisher where he has his face covered, but, you know, I didn't care for that one. Actually, I didn't even know that was out. I saw this one like, okay, cool. So I got him, and there's his Cyborg. You can definitely tell that this one looks a whole lot better. I'm not sure what comic was. Like, it's New 52, of course. That's where it came from. But it's a better design than this. This whole red thing, I don't know what that's about. It's almost like blood splatter. Like, what were you doing? And this just looks way more intentional. This is just like, all right, I'm just going to just put a weird alien-esque cybernetic body on you. And I mean, it's nothing against McFarlane, because McFarlane just did what the figure is, or what he looked like in the movie, what Zack Snyder did. So that's nothing against McFarlane. He did what he could do. That's what he does with these movie figures. So, I mean, I like him. I like the fact that we're getting on a Ray Fisher one, but between these two, I go with this one. He has way more articulation, so he can do a whole lot more. But look-wise, boom, functional-wise, obviously, give it to this guy. Look-wise, he has the most solid look. But that's between these two. I got to bring out a special one. One I've never opened up. And I guess today's the day. So let's bring this guy out. And here he is. This guy. I just got him out of the packaging, the whole McFarlane packaging. And this is what he looked like. And hold on, let's see if we can get a better shot of that. There he is. Good old Cyborg from Teen Titans. When I saw this a long time ago, this thing came out in 2020. I'm not sure when I got it. But it was long ago. Maybe it was 2020 because it was some years. I've had this thing for years, right? So this is a cool figure. I have, again, like I said, never opened this guy, but I really enjoyed that show. And it was such a cool figure, man. When McFarlane came out with this, I thought that was so nice. And it's a shame he didn't come out with the other ones, because he could have really come out with the other Teen Titans, giving us a Teen Titan Robin, animated Robin, and all the other ones. That would have been really cool, and I would have actually, gotten more. But hey, whatever. Cyborg is a good one, and you see the other ones that came out around that time. Who is this? Is that Earth 2 Dark Metals Batman or whatever? Let's see, Batman Dark Metals again. Earth 1 Azrael, Earth 44, and the Grim Knight. A whole bunch of Batmans. Grim Knight, I do have him. A bunch of Batmans. McFarlane, man. If anybody going Batman, McFarlane is. Makes you wonder what Mattel's going to do. Will Mattel Batman like McFarlane? Probably not. Yeah. Will they ever? I don't know. I mean, did they do that much back in the day? I don't think they did. But hey, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a new time, new era next year. Get what you can now from McFarlane. Get what you can now. So let's take a look at this guy. Never opened him again. So let's see what kind of articulation he got. This has got a little play. I don't know what that's about, and I'm not going to be concerned about that because I'm not going to articulate him much. Well, let's take a look at him. He looks really nice. I'm looking at this paint here on his. Looks a little smudgy. Looks a little dirty or something. I don't know. Hold on. Let's take a look at this here. Yeah, it looks a little smudgy there. What you got going on here, there, Cyborg? It looks like it's a paint smudge. Like, I probably shouldn't even try to wipe it off. But okay, and you probably can't even see what I'm talking about in the light. But that's fine deal. That's fine. All right, but he can do a T-pose, right? As per McFarlane figures should be able to do. Interesting, interesting joints here. That is way different from any other figure I have had, seen, or experienced with McFarlane. But it's smooth, really, really smooth. Okay, I just wish there was a cleaner on this. That's bugging me. Everything else is nice. It's not a real white, boisterous, really clean looking white. It really isn't. I wish it was, but it's not. But I like this on his shoulders. See, let's go ahead and articulate a little bit. Oh, you hear that crack? That's that arthritis, that McFarlane arthritis that all his figures have. They all have that McFarlane arthritis. And let's see here. Let's do that again. There we go. Can't go that far up or down. Single jointed. At least you can twist his hand on this one, so you can probably take that off. And he's got an item holding hand and a fist. The thing he came with was his blaster, which you can put on something. I don't know if it's his hand or what. Yeah, it's his hand. So you can take his hand off and put it there. So, okay, we'll do that in a moment. All right, let's take a look at his legs. There's that McFarlane arthritis. Boom. Boom. Double jointed knees. Good at sports. That's what the card says. The card says, of course, he's good at sports. We know he played American football. And it also says he's great at video games. He's good at, he excels at video games, and he's a great cook. Specializes in spaghetti and burgers. Victor Stone. 6'5", 385 pounds. Shoot. Make me want to bring out RoboCop, since he's from, Detroit and all. But that's going to be a completely different style. Well, I guess he could pose against RoboCop. Since I have Victor over here. Ray Fisher Victor. But this is interesting. He does have the nice swivel there with his foot, so that's good. So he can get into some poses. I mean, what could you do with him? His legs can't go that far up, so he can look like he's ready to shoot. Maybe let's do this leg instead of the other leg. And, oh, wait a minute, he's got toe articulation. There we go, that helps. That helps a lot. Okay, cool. So now, oh, Ray, back up. You messing up the shot. So now he's looking like I am going to blast. Let's look at his head. Head can only go this far, or it can go left and right. Can't go up and down. Okay, it can go down, but it can't go up, is what I meant. See, you can't do that much with that. So we would have him looking like this, and he would be looking like he's ready to blast. Something like this. Yeah, that's lame. Let's twist that around. Boom. Like that. And he's still gonna, there we go. Looking like he's ready to blast. All right, let's just take this off and see if we can see how this is gonna work. I'm glad it's the hand and not the form. That deck is nerve-wracking. Let's see, it's twisted a little bit. Oh, I see. It's a little, you see that? It's almost like something got twisted, but it's not. Okay, let's see how that works on his hand. Yeah, twist. Come on, get in there. You almost there? Oh, I don't like that. It's too much work, man. Why am I working so hard for this? All right, So yeah, I got him in, but it's a lot, man. Because I guess he's just woke him up. But there he is. He is looking like he can shoot, ready to shoot. You see how far it is? Yeah, I can push it in some more, but I'm not going to do that right now. That's how it's supposed to be, flush. It's not flush, but it'll do for now, for the sake of this, showing what he can do. And you see his arm doesn't stay up that much. It's kind of loose. I don't know what that's about. It's not like he was stored in a hot place or anything. But that's it. So there you go. So let's just stand up, man, because you're doing a lot. I'm trying to mimic what you're doing on the card just a little bit. Something like that. See, his other leg is out, but that's fine, whatever. Plus you're smiling. You got the little smirk. Let's see, what can we twist? Can we twist something? Can't twist too much. Yeah, it doesn't have a bicep swivel, so wait a minute. It does have a bicep swivel, but that's no use because he can't go that far. So you can twist a little bit, just like that guy. You can twist a little bit, but he can't go too far. So if you were to do that, if you have him posing like that, I guess it could work. He's above the camera because I'm trying to make it to where it doesn't fall down. And there you go. And then there's Ray. So one's got shooting with the right, one's shooting with the, so he's got the left, right, left. There you go. Worked out pretty well. And there you have it, the cyborgs. Which one would you choose? Look purposes, him. He also looks amazing. If you don't look too close to his white, like I said, it looks like he's got some smudge. I don't know if I can just probably get some, I don't know, rubbing alcohol or something and gently rub that off or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave that alone for now. And then there's this guy who just a dull looking robot, looking like he's the newer, what is that thing? The reboot of RoboCop that they did, except he's in silver instead of all gray. I mean, of all black. You know what? I'm not gonna bring out RoboCop. I'm just gonna leave him alone. Let him stay there. It's just gonna be the Council of Cyborgs. Now, seeing that we're looking at oldies but goldies, I'm going to bring out something that shows that's a real, true collector's item. Check this out. I've had this for years. I've had this ever since McDonald's came out with it. Yes, sir. I'm bringing this out, and I drink out of this thing. I just got through drinking out of it, honestly. Batman Forever glasses, sculpted glasses from McDonald's. Man, yes. You telling me yes, we had to get these. This is absolutely a collector's item. If you have these, don't get rid of them. This is absolutely beautiful. 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 Okay. Now, today, I found at my local toy store, same place where I got this cyborg, Robin. They didn't have Robin the last time I went in there. They only had, Batman. They had Riddler, I think. They had Two-Face. But they didn't have Robin. There you go. Batman Forever. The Batmobile. So he's over the city, or the bat signal in the question mark over the city. Statue of Liberty. And this over that Batmobile. Almost make me want to bring out the Batmobile just so I can have it sitting right next to it. But I didn't even think about doing that in my last video that I actually reviewed that when I reviewed the vehicle. And there's the R right there in the glass. Is there a bat? Yep. Oh, I didn't even notice that. There's a bat right there in the glass. Oh, in the handle. That's so cool, yo. Old school. Old school. Peak 90s stuff right here. McDonald's. Woo. All right, one last thing. One last thing. True collector stuff. True collector stuff. Put your thing. Something, my bad. You ruined the surprise. Boom. Same toy store. Got it from the same toy store. Look at this. The toy store is Sasquatch Toys and Comics. Star Trek: The Next Generation. Nice, beautiful. I don't know who that is though. I'm thinking. I thought that was Commander Riker, but he's got a completely different like suit on. So I don't know. It could be number one. I don't know. But you hardly ever see her. Cool to have Whoopi. Data, Brent Spiner, of course. Great. Cool stuff. Klingon, the Enterprise. Beautiful. Then you turn it around, and it shows you the Hamilton Collection. Yesterday's Enterprise by Keith Birdsong. Next Generation episodes, edition limited to 28 firing days. Plate number 2147C, I guess. And it lets you know, do not put food on this. Consuming food from this plate will be harmful. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just have it displayed. So here we are. Very, very cool stuff. Very cool collector's items. So I'm going to take this out. So what do you think? Which one would you choose? Which cyborg would be your cyborg out of the three? Okay. Not to mention any others. Out of the three, which one is yours? Let's go ahead and get that pose again. If you could just stand up, please. This is so awkward for you to do this right now. Oh my gosh. You just gonna just act a donkey right here. There we go. All right, Ray. There we go. There we go. All right, my bad. All right, here we go. That's it. And yes, I have Ray on the stand because he's posed somewhere and I don't feel like having him fall and deal with any kind of stability problems he may possibly have. But there you go. These are my cyborgs at the moment. I don't have any other cyborgs. This is it. So, thank you for watching. Have fun collecting, folks. Remember that. Have fun collecting because collecting is fun. Later days.